the Amaretto Sour, the perfect balance of sweet, sour, and now with an elevated twist to it. This is not the one that your dad used to drink. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. I'm Zach, and we're right here at Galindo's Elixir Lounge in the Woodlands, Texas. We're gonna be continuing our series of sour cocktails, and today we're delving into a really classic type of cocktail, the Amaretto Sour. There's an easy way to make this, and then there's an elevated way to make this, and that's what we're gonna focus on today. So you guys get comfortable, grab a seat at the bar, and let's create some magic. One pour, one stir, and one sip at a time. So now Amaretto is going to be an Italian liqueur. It's usually made out of some type of almond. There could be other nuts, but predominantly it's going to have an almond type of taste to it. I like Disaronno. It's very well known. It's very consistent. It's got a really nice almond taste to it. Then we're going to add a little bit of whiskey. So this is going to be kind of a little mix between an Amaretto Sour and then a whiskey sour, which is a very similar type of cocktail. But the Amaretto Sour is essentially a whiskey sour, just without the whiskey being the majority of it. We're also going to be using our Demerara syrup. This is going to be a rich Demerara syrup, so it's going to be a 2-to-1 ratio, sugar to water. And Demerara is going to be a brown sugar. It's a type of really rich brown sugar. We're also going to be using our Aquafaba, which is going to replace egg whites. We're using that to get a really, really nice frothy mouthfeel on the finish. It also adds a really nice look to the drink, because it's gonna look almost layered. You're gonna have a yellowish, brownish kind of bottom, and you're gonna have the white foam, the white head on the very top. Really, really nice. And then we're gonna use our Yuzu Juice as well as our citrus, being that this is a sour cocktail. The base has to have citrus in it, and so we like using the Yuzu just because it's just so much more balanced than using either lime or lemon juice that can sometimes end up being a little too tart. So let's make this. It's gonna be made in a shaker. So we're gonna start off with the Amaretto, and we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of Amaretto. We're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of a whiskey. I'm using a Bulleit Rye Whiskey here. Now the whiskey doesn't really matter much because it's not really the main player of the cocktail. You just want to use something that's good. You don't want to use any cheap whiskey for this. Then we're going to do 1/2 ounce of our rich Demerara syrup. And as you can see, it's very nice and thick. So you want your simple syrup to be thick like that so you get a lot of the rich flavors out of it. We're going to do an equal amount that we did of the Demerara, so 1/2 ounce of our Aquafaba. And then we're gonna do a full ounce of our Yuzu Juice. Now, anytime that you use Aquafaba, you're gonna have to dry shake it at some point. You can either do it now before you add the ice. I prefer to add ice first and then do a reverse dry shake afterwards. So we're gonna add the ice, shake it really well. All right, and we're gonna straighten it out. Yeah, and this is super, super frothy. All right, we're gonna dry shake it. All right, now this is gonna be served in a rocks glass. All right, we're gonna pour it directly in. And you see how nice and frothy it is there. It leaves a nice little head right on top. All right, and then we're gonna garnish it with a little bit of grated fresh nutmeg. This is gonna add a really nice aromatic finish to it that goes really, really well with all the different flavors of the Amaretto, of the whiskey, of the Yuzu. And so there we have it, guys. This is gonna be an elevated version of the Amaretto Sour. So you get the nutmeg for aromatics as soon as you come to it. The mouthfeel is really, really nice with having the foam right on top, but it's also really refreshing at the same time. It's not overly sweet, It's not overly sour. It's just really nice and well balanced. You get really nice notes of the almond from the Amaretto. That's definitely the main player in this drink. It's definitely gonna have more of an almond flavor to it, but it's not gonna be overly sweet. Another one of our very top sellers. Really, really nice to enjoy this. So there you have it, y'all. The Amaretto Sour. One of my favorites. So if you guys find yourselves in the Woodlands at any point, you have to stop by. And this is one that I would say is definitely a must try. Hands down, one of my favorite ones. And thanks again, y'all. Thanks again for watching the channel. Stay tuned for the next episode. And until next time, we'll see you guys.